Hi, I'm Lyndley. Welcome to this episode of Lyndley Trends. On this episode, I want to chat about color and most importantly, the color trends from the fall-winter 2014 collections. So the main color that popped up over and over and over again in almost every one of the influential collections was the color blue. Now, it came in the form of light blue, it came in the form of navy, it came in the form of bright blue and deep blue. It also came in the form of like a kind of tealish, slightly green deep blue. So, it was the most prevalent in seven to eight of the runway shows that I consider of the top 10. Blue was featured in all of them. I mean, in Celine, there was a load of navy blue and deep blues, and then she also did a light blue gingham that I thought was very pretty. And then, in Prada, there was deep blue. In Comme des Garçons, it was all navy. There was loads and loads of navy. Lots of blues in Vuitton. There are pale blues in Marc Jacobs. Blues in Chanel. Blue in Miu Miu. It was in every important show. So, as well as Saint Laurent. So, I just want, I'll put the blues below, the exact blues and the Pantone blues below. I'll also do a quick snapshot of the important blues from the shows. And also, I just want you to think about when we're looking through color, think about the psychology of color and what it means also, what's happening with the customer, the demographic, and these influential people who set the tone for fashion and for a lot of the art world too. I mean, I don't know, I feel like it all kind of comes from the art world, but I think the underlying conversations of the color is also what's interesting. So, blue stands for loyalty, integrity, and I know that we've been talking a lot about the authenticity conversation that's happening inside of fashion and trends and cultural phenomenon in general, and they're saying the millennial and younger generations were coming into an authentic or integrity-driven society. So that's why I think it's interesting that blue is the most prevalent color, considering it stands for loyalty and integrity. Two things that I think that haven't necessarily been attributed to millennials or Generation X and Y, but it's actually an underlying conversation that I have with a lot of my friends and a lot of the most successful people in fashion. So I just thought it was interesting that these very influential designers are all featuring blue, and and blue in pretty much all shades. So, and then I also love, like, Celine did a blue heather that was really beautiful, and there were some great heathers on the Marc Jacobs runway and on the Saint Laurent runway. So I'll put those below as well. But yeah, take a look at blue, see how blue can fit into your design for spring summer, because if you have more of a mass market or contemporary demographic who's buying things at $500 or under, they're going to be more they're going to need to see blue for the next 6 months to 8 months before they're going to be ready to buy next year. So it's time to put that into your design. If you are more in visuals or merchandising, or you're designing packaging or anything like that, I would definitely consider beautiful hues of blue as something to bring into your visual campaigns, your marketing, your imagery, your fonts, your graphics, your web color, any kind of visual merchandising or marketing you're doing that way. Blue, it's also a soothing color. People really love blues. Sky blues and navy blues is super sophisticated and chic. So I would just consider that for a lot of the imagery you're creating for your business, whether it's beauty or fashion. And if you're in beauty, also considering blues as inspiration for eye makeup. I've been seeing a lot of blue, like especially navy blues and subtle blues eyeliner and smoky eyes rather than your typical black, going more into blues, I think is interesting. Yeah, so play with that, and we'll have more on color trends this week. Kind of doing a deep dive into the most influential colors of the season. So get your blue on, and I'll see you on the next episode of Lyndley Trends. See you guys later.